Starsloop.
Have you ever wanted to do something different? Angie and I have had sailing adventures around the world. However, this time, Sailor, my mini-Aussie, and I are taking Galactica on an adventure on the American Great Loop. Angie and Miss Juno dropped us off at Michigan City, where we launched Galactica to begin our travels. Click subscribe and follow along as we journey down the Midwestern rivers, meeting new people, making friends with fellow loopers, exploring different places, and learning to navigate the locks and avoid those barges. The final goal in one or two segments is to make it to Pirates Cove Marina in Josephine, Alabama, where they make the absolute best bushwhackers we've ever found. But it's the journey that is so much fun. Hi folks, welcome to episode 3, where we pick up where we left off last week at mile marker 325.5, where the Chicago River turns south.
Country boy talking. To me, that's a Cirrus Tower. I know it's called something else. I'll flash it on the screen. But when I went up it, it was a Cirrus Tower, and that was many years ago.
Outside of Chicago, the Chicago River changed from flowing among skyscraping buildings to a more industrial region punctuated by greenery, and it's known as the Chicago Sanitary and Ship Canal.
Okay. I could almost touch this. Temperature's dropping quite a bit. That northerly's blowing in. There's so much to see here. It's sad to see some of these things that used to be very active and profitable probably, and they're just in derelict now. Sailor! Hi, buddy. Okay. There's a Sears Tower, or whatever it's called now, behind me. Coming out of the city. I'm not a city guy at all, but that was cool. It was surreal and worthwhile taking your own boat through the rivers, through the city. I mean, it's pretty cool. Best way to see Chicago to me. Glad we got off of that lake. There's storms coming in, northerners building up, and the seas are going to get up to 10 foot. Anchorage, even with the double harbor walls, it was pretty rough. Poor little sailor just curled up underneath the whole night. I kept getting up, checking things. I let out more line. I think I said that. Might have been on the other video. A lot of graffiti here. It's interesting. Looks like a fruit stand.
The canal was often narrow. At one point, a barge radioed me to tuck in between some parked barges. He was thankful that I actually had a radio on.
Now look at all these block walls here, and it goes on for such a long ways. It must be a monumental effort to build. It looks pretty cool, like an old castle wall.
Mile after mile, there were 18-wheeler trailers stored as closely as they could park them. Look, even more trailers.
Neat lighthouse. It's a cool lighthouse there. This is where the Calumet comes into this river. They're joining. Now I should start getting some current at some point. That's so cool.
These two join just upstream of mile marker 303. Approaching Joliet, around mile marker 296, is the electrified field. This is also known as the Aquatic Nuisance Species Dispersal Barrier Dam. That's a mouthful. This electrified field is managed by the Army Corps of Engineers. This is to try to prevent the spread of Asian carp.
And to be safe, I'm going to shut down all my instruments. So of course I'm holding on to a stainless steel helm, and my shoulder's up against a giant aluminum mast. I'm not worried, not one bit. I know I'm not grounded, but still worrisome. I'm through this electrified zone. I've got to get some water for Sailor. So coming around this big curve, Murphy's Law, that's where I met the barge Kiowa. He had 4 barges he was pushing up the river full of sand, and it was packed. So he had me turn around and go tuck in behind another barge that was actually moored. And that was pretty good, except the wind caught me, and this thing's like a Clorox bottle in the wind at times when you're not got power behind it. We are in the electrified zone. We'll see if all my instruments turn back on when we get out of here. So I hailed the barge Stacy Diane. It was empty, northbound, just coming out of the electric zone. She never responded. I hailed her 3 times. Finally, I told her that I was going to pass her on the ones and hope she heard me. But she waved when I went by, so I guess we're okay.
Next, we approached Lockport Lock and Dam. This is around mile marker 291.
In the holding pattern right now, the barge, the double wide barge that went down when I got here, they closed the door, and then there's a barge coming up. I think he's got 2 back to back, so I gotta wait for all that, so I'm just kind of holding out. Lockmaster told me where I could tie up, but I didn't really understand him, and where I thought he said has all these signs saying bad discharge area, bad currents, so I didn't go there. We'll see. So while I'm waiting, Lockmaster is a really nice guy. He said that I could tie up over here on this. Got one coming through. Good. He said I could tie up over here while I'm waiting. I'm switching out those tugs. Yikes.
The lockmaster called me to have us pull in behind the other looper that had arrived just as the lock opened up.
Yeah, you give me that one. That's real bite.
Ready?
That way I can count go.
Yeah. I appreciate that. The dog's not going to help.
That's all right. See, I'm along for the ride just to look pretty.
That's it.
I got no worry about it. I got you.
Pull you back. Yeah, that's great. And I can hold it. Say gas and been able to take some good time today. Yeah. Oh, man. It was pretty rough on Lake Michigan last night.
Yeah, they said it on the news that it's pretty bad because they find people don't be swimming out there.
Oh, wow. You have a good one. I appreciate all the help.
Take care, guys. I'll be coming out 15 to 20 minutes to get down once we get on the boat.
Okay. Coming up to Joliet, I hope I can get a spot on the wall. Otherwise, I gotta find anchorage. And I need the spot on the wall. I need to get everything plugged in. What you think, buddy?
Thanks for watching episode 3 of our Great Loop journey down the inland rivers. If you like Sailor and my videos, click the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you next week in episode 4 where we start in Joliet, continuing southward.
No, get out of the pool. Get out of there. Get out. It's drinking, you can't swim in there.